All right, so P is going to be the center of rotation. Sorry, center of dilation. Okay, this will help you with your assignment. For this one, we're going to do scale factor of a half. We're going to do it two different ways. Pick whichever way you want to do it, and go with that. I think you need to know both. Okay, so if we go back a little bit, scale factor of a half, what does the coordinate notation look like? What would the coordinate notation look like with a scale factor of a half? It'd be a reduction. Okay. What would you do to every x and every y? Yeah. So I'm going to take half of the x, half of the y, and that's going to be my coordinate of the image. You can go ahead and put your Chromebooks away. You don't need them right now. But you do need to write this down. So if you choose to do it this way, I'm going to take all three of the coordinates. All right, G is 4, 4. And if we apply this to the coordinate 4, 4, what do you get?
2, 2.
2, 2. So G prime, right, the coordinate of the image, right, this is the pre-image coordinate, the one we have now. After we apply this, then we're going to get half of x, half of y, so it's 2, 2. So let's go ahead and plot 2, 2. 2, 2 is going to be here. That is G prime. Go ahead and do that on your graph. Okay, so let's do E. E pre-image is 6, negative 2. Scale factor of a half, now it's going to be what?
3, 1, 1.
Yeah, so take half of x, half of y. So now that is E prime. So 3, negative 1. This is going to be my and then F. Yeah. Scale factor of a half, negative 1, negative 3. That's a 3. Which is going to be right here. Okay, that's one way to do it. So in your assignment, it's going to ask you to dilate points. That's all you do. Now, sometimes you don't have coordinates. Sometimes it's just a grid. How would you do that? Well, this is the second way you could do it. Let's say I don't know that G is 4, 4. I just know the point of, or the center of dilation is P, and I know that's a point. It asked me to do a scale factor of a half. Well, how did we get 2, 2 from 4, 4? All right, so let's say we don't have, let's get rid of these two. Let's say we don't have the X, Y. Okay. How would we get, because we don't know that that's 4, 4. We don't know that that's 2, 2. How do we get our answer? Everybody have this copied down? Okay. Yeah. So if I go center of dilation, always go back there. Okay, stay with me here. I gotta pay attention. This is gonna help you with assignment. So when you're about to do your assignment, all you gotta do is this. If that is the segment from center of dilation to coordinate, pre-image coordinate, just like we did the other one, we're basically going halfway. Scale factor of a half. So if I rise and run, like you said, what would you rise and run to get to that?
Go up 3, go 4, and 4.
Up 4 over 4?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which made sense because the coordinate was 4, 4, right? Well, scale factor of a half, I'm going halfway. So this would be up 2 over 2, and we get to that coordinate. So if you don't have coordinates that I know that that is 4, 4, that's all you do. Now, here's what has to happen. It has to be on that segment or line from center of dilation to the pre-image coordinate.
Do we draw that part?
I would. It's got to be on that line. If it's not, you either counted wrong or something went wrong. If the scale factor is a half, it's got to be halfway. Because what it's saying is, all right, this is the length of the original. What is half the length? Which is basically midpoint. Remember how you do midpoint? Add the x's take half, add the y's take half. Same idea. Okay? So it's got to be on that line. It needs to look about halfway. If it doesn't look about halfway, it's going to be wrong. Okay, same thing's got to happen with the rest of them. Okay, so if I draw a segment from, again, center of dilation to, let's go E. E prime, after I do scale factor of a half, has to be on that line. Has to be. Okay, so if I didn't know the coordinate of E, I would go, how far do I go over and how far do I go down? What do you got? How far would I go over and how far down?
6 and 2.
6 and 2. Well, scale factor of a half, I'm going halfway. So I would go over 3, down 1, and get to my image coordinate. Yeah, but right now we're don't even think about X, Y axis. There's no positives, no negatives. Just I got a grid. Okay, same thing. Again, always go back to center of dilation. So center of dilation is P. Pre-image is F. So the new image coordinate has to be on that line and about halfway. So let's say we count this. We're going to go left and down. So if we go left and down, or if you go down and left, doesn't matter. How far left do I go and how far down do I go?
Left 1, down.
Not to get to the original.
Oh, you get
The
the
pre-image.
left 2, and down 6.
Okay, scale factor of a half, we go halfway. So that's over 1, down 3, and that is my image coordinate. So that's the way to do it without knowing the coordinates. You just do. But now, if I had a scale factor of 2, what would happen? Where would G be? Where would G prime be?
Yeah, scale factor 2.
If I had scale factor of 2. Originally, I went 4, 4.
8, 8.
You'd be 8, 8. So E originally was 6, 2. I had scale factor of 2. 6 times 2, 2 times 2. But again, what would have to happen is that would have to be on that line. So something happens and it's not, we either counted wrong or something went wrong. Right, count it again. Now with your assignments, you got 4 questions and you got to get at least 3 right. So don't get one right because you just counted wrong. Okay, so the last assignment you have is this. You're going to make triangles. Okay, it's a dilate triangles. Here's all you do. All right, let me get rid of this. Right there's P, right? So if I draw my original triangle, again, center of dilation is P. This is what the original triangle would look like. Now, this is the pre-image. Pretend those are straight. So whatever those lengths are, I don't know what they are because they run diagonal. Scale factor of a half. So where is the new G? All right, we went up 2/2, right? It's G prime. How did we get to E prime? I think we went 3-1, right?
No, 6-2.
So that's the new E. And it'll be here, right? Okay. So on the last assignment, dilate triangles, all you're doing is dilating 3 points. So if you can do the dilate points assignment, you can do this because you're just doing the same thing 3 times. All right. So then you connect your dots. And what has to happen, it has to be the same shape, right? Dilation, same shape, different size. It's got to be the same shape. So if I look at my pre-image and the one I just made, and it looks a little different, something went wrong. Counted wrong something. So fix it. Now, does that look about half of the purple? It better, because if not, then something went wrong because scale factor is a half. Okay, so that's going to help you, I think, with a couple of those assignments. All right, one more and I'll let you loose. Not like let you go, let you work. All right, I'll give you time to draw that. Somewhere, probably bottom right of a graph, put the point P in the bottom right-hand corner. And make sure we count this out right, okay? Let me go ahead and show you here. So if you got point P, P is the center of dilation. All right, how do I go from P to D? Okay, so let's go up 2, left 1, and put a point D. All right, how long is CD?
4.
All right, so draw you a segment that's 4 boxes wide. All right, you see this is a right triangle, so how long is BC? All right, so draw you a 4 or 5 and then connect them. Okay, we're going to do, again, P is the center of dilation. We're going to do a scale factor of 2. All right, so write that down. Scale factor of 2. If you wanted to, you could make an XY axis out of this and find the coordinates of B, C, and D and use your coordinate notation. All right? This is an example where we don't have an XY axis, we just have a grid. So we're just going to use the grid. So we're just going to count. All right, first question. Scale factor of 2, how big is the triangle going to be?
Times 2.
Times 2, so how big is it going to be?
8. 10, 8.
Yeah, so 5, we're going to double that. 4, we're going to double that. So it's going to look like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's going to be 8, right? So that's going to be 8. What's that? No, don't draw this yet. Yeah, don't draw it yet. And then if that's 5 up, right triangle, we're going to go 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And then I connect that. Pretend that's connected. That's what my triangle is going to look like. Don't draw it yet. It's going to look like this. The question is, where is it going to be? It's all based on the center of dilation.
Same shape.
Yeah, it's going to be the same shape. It's going to be moved somewhere. Exactly. So this triangle is going to be the size of the triangle we're about to draw. And if it's not, then it's wrong. Now we've got to figure out where it goes. Scale factor of 2. Please listen. You're doing exactly what you just did 3 times. Center of dilation to D, I went up 2 over 1, correct? Well, scale factor of 2, now I'm going up 4. Instead of over 1, I go over 2. So that is D prime. Good. You draw a segment. Does that run through there? Yes, it does. Does it look about twice the what? Yes, it does. Okay, so this would be where the D prime would be. Now, there's shortcuts to this, but we're just going to do it. All right, let's go to B. Go back to the center of dilation. How far up and how far over do I go to get to B? No, y'all drew it, right? Up 7, left 1. Left 5. Okay. Scale factor of 2. Go up and over how many? Yeah. So let's just do this. We're going to go up another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that total is going to be 14. I go over 10, right? I double each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is right here. That is my new B. That is B prime. Please listen. Now, you could have a shortcut. There's a shortcut to get C because it is a right triangle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but let's go ahead and count it. So go back to center of dilation. How do I get to C?
2, left 5.
Okay, so up 2, left 5. Scale factor of 2. Scale factor 2, go up 4 over 10. Which should make sense because I have a right triangle. So I'll go up 4. And I'm going left 10. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Makes sense because it should be in line with B, agree? If original is in line because it's got to have the same shape, then this should be in line too. So this is my C prime. So when I connect these 3 points, I knew this was going to be a 10 by 8. But now, because of the center of dilation, that's where that thing is going to be. So your last assignment is going to be to do that. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Now, what you're going to have to make sure happens is, again, if scale factor is 2, and this is my original, right, from here to there is the original, then that better be twice and on the same line. So if I go to D, scale factor of 2, it better be on the same line and look about twice the distance. Same thing with B. Got to run through B. It better be a line at about twice the distance. If it's not the same shape, please recount it. Something went wrong. Okay.